I really want to play just to show off my talent and what I can do against other top talents. But it just wasn't the right decision at the time. I'm Cameron Brown. I'm a cornerback from St. Louis, Missouri. I played football at Ohio State. This is my path to the draft. I'm the dream chaser.
Welcome back to the third episode of Dream Chaser, and this was not the way we had it in mind. Cameron Brown is back in Florida. We are in Columbus, and we were supposed to be together, Cam, to cover you at the Shrine Bowl, and then we got a text on Sunday, which thank you for that, for saving us all the travel, but you said, feeling a little tightness in the groin, I'm going to shut it down. Maybe you guys shouldn't go. And that wasn't what you wanted. This isn't what we had envisioned for episode 3.
Definitely not.
So take me through, let's just go right to that. You're feeling like you're not 100% healthy enough to maybe go play or go through the rest of those practices. Who ultimately makes the final decision? Is that all on you? Is that just you have a team around you telling you that? How do you come with that?
It's mainly on me, depending on how I feel, because at the end of the day, I have like the final say. But I was talking to my representatives I have there. They was like, "Yeah, it wasn't the best decision. You had a great day." It wasn't. I could have pushed through it. I could have did a lot of that, but it's the combine coming up, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna chill out and just go.
So you did get to accomplish some things while you were out in Las Vegas. Yes. It's not solely about playing on that Thursday night. Like, I guess in some ways, I've heard many people say that the actual game itself is the least valuable part of it.
Definitely. It's all about preparation.
Okay, so what else was involved in it, and what did you get out of that trip, even though you didn't get to play in an actual game?
I got to see how like a NFL team like process things, and just how they like their knowledge is very different from college. College is more simplified. You get to the NFL's like it's all chess, everything like that. So it could be different on the first quarter, second quarter is going to switch up. There's going to be a lot of different moving parts, I'd say.
What team were you working with out there?
I was with the Patriots.
Okay. So Bill Belichick, the whole brain trust is out there. Did you what was it like to be around that group?
It was good. It was great. It was more of a more strict Ohio State style type of deal. So it was easy for me to just maneuver through it. I'm sure many people didn't like it because it's more like you go to a Shrine Bowl, about to have fun. But it was just strictly business with them. I kind of like that.
I know Bill Belichick and Urban Meyer have been friends for a long time. That was probably no problem for you.
No, no, it was no problem at all.
Okay, so take me back to when did you get out there? What was it like arriving? How did they treat you at the Shrine Bowl for those first couple of days when you got out there?
I believe I arrived on the. I'm not too sure when I arrived. I arrived on the 20. I was 26. I arrived.
Okay.
And, we first day got there. It was very nice. They showed us around and everything. It was a good time. It was good people. Met a lot of people out there. Even people that I met in high school that I didn't know I was going to end up seeing out there. So that was pretty cool. But so then the next day we finally got to go to the meeting rooms and they showed us everything, just plays. So my team didn't have a playbook. We had to take our notes down, just make sure. They were just trying to really see if we were going to take notes and how well our notes was. The other team had a full playbook, everything. So it was cool.
What did they tell you were the expectations of a week like the Shrine Bowl, right? Like the outcome of the game doesn't really matter. Like these are teammates that you've met for the first time 5 seconds ago. Like what did they kind of set out as like, here's what you can accomplish, or here's what we want you to accomplish in the days ahead?
I mean, you can accomplish a lot. They more care about your effort and see how hard you're going to go. Like because during the week it's mentally draining. Got to have meet with scouts for 5 hours straight and it's different stuff like that. Just all day, no rest time. You go to your room only at night just to go to sleep. But it was more of like just testing your mental and see how hard you can go in practice, even though you're mentally tired and stuff like that. And proving from a lot of scouts, it was over 1,000 scouts at every practice. So
1,000?
that's what they said. That's a lot of people. I don't know.
Well, it's a good thing you didn't need us there taking up your time. Then you had enough on your plate without worrying about filming Dream Chaser.
No, that's all good.
Okay, so 5 hours of meetings. You sent us a picture of all the teams that you met with. It looked like maybe not every team in the league. How many were on there? 20 teams or so?
It was like 20-some teams, and then a couple teams called me after because they said they had to go to they was leaving to the other bowl, so they just called me when I got back to Florida. So that was pretty cool.
Okay, so what are those meetings like? You've got the Patriots trying to get you to take notes to get ready to play a game, but when you're spending that other mental challenge that you talked about, what are you getting asked? What are you learning in that process with those other teams?
So the hardest part is just like you get asked the same question over and over and over from different teams. So that's just the most exhausting part. But it was also just like you talk to the different coaches, they can do background checks, see like how you are as a person. Do you got to worry about anything popping up on you in the past? Just different little things like that. Then some just try to see what you did wrong on the film. Like, okay, on this play, what did you do? What did you do on that play? Like, why you do that instead of this or stuff like that.
So did you feel yourself getting better at the answer as you went along?
I mean, me personally, I just kept it real from the start. So, I mean, I didn't think I had to really switch it or do anything crazy like that.
What was the most interesting or strange or off the wall question that you've been asked so far?
They actually didn't ask me. A lot of people got some crazy questions though. That's what I heard, but I didn't really get no crazy question.
Okay, they're saving them for the combine.
Yeah, I think so. They look really good.
So now, did they? Obviously, every team is going to ask you about your health, and then you had that, the groin situation at that same time.
Yeah.
How much did that come up, and what did you think the feedback was when you said, "Hey, it was just tight, and I don't feel 100% ready to go. I want to be ready for the combine or whatever else"?
No, that was cool with that. They didn't have a problem with it because I was just being more mature, being smarter. Because old me probably would try to push through it and end up really hurting myself or something like that. So it was just a little tightness, and I feel like we wasn't stretching enough, so I didn't want to it just wasn't best for me.
How did you know? Especially as you said, like the old you would have tried to play through that. There's 1,000 people watching. I'm sure that you must have felt some pressure to go out there and do it with that many people watching you.
I mean, that just come with over time. Like, I gotta take care of myself. I can't try to impress somebody because you going out there tight, you're not looking right. Now you're putting out bad film. Like, what's the point of that? Just decreasing your stock at that point.
So they're not worried about that, but I'm sure you got more questions about everything else, from the last couple of years. How do you think that went? How concerned, I guess, do you think teams are about your health history at this point?
I'm sure they're concerned. I mean, you invest in a lot of money into people and just to their bodies, and I understand that. But I didn't really have an issue too badly with it. At least they didn't show me anything bad about it. So once I get to the combine, they're gonna do like almost a full body MRI or something like that, something crazy. So they're gonna see my body for what it is. But I'm strong, fast, and athletic enough to do everything, so I don't see the problem.
So how many practices did you get in Vegas?
So I just got one in because we the first 2 days we didn't even do nothing. We had total like 3 practices, maybe 3.
Mm-hmm.
So that was about it. But last practice was even helmets or something like that. So it was really nothing.
So I think you said early on that you felt like you had a good practice and that people took notice. What did you think that you did well that people saw in just one day?
I feel like they saw that I can guard any receiver no matter the size, and I also come up and I'm physical. I made a little hit. I don't know if I was supposed to. I didn't try to hit him though. That's the crazy part. He just ran to me. It was but I don't think I got the ball caught on me maybe one time so far.
Okay.
It was a little dig or something, but that's only it. Everything else was not one.
I think you're allowed to give up digs, right? Corners don't care about that. So you're feeling fine now, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So what's the emphasis right now? You're back in Florida. You're back working with Perform.
Mm-hmm.
Did you miss any time getting back with the groin, or were you able to, once you got back to being able to stretch normally or get on the yoga mats, you were ready to go?
No, I got back ready to go. I mean, that was more of a caution when I was in Vegas. Yeah, I got back here ready to go. We started back working on the 40s again because I missed a week because I was out there. So that's really about it. Really, we just get into it.
It doesn't seem to me, Cam, like you wanted this opportunity. A lot of people don't get it, to go to the Shrine Bowl, to play, to be around the coaches. But it doesn't seem like you're treating this as a major deal that you didn't get to actually play in the game. Is that am I right there?
I don't think it's a major deal. No, like, you got enough film out there, and you competed against the guys already in practice. I mean, the Shrine Bowl, that's just more for like the fans and stuff, because the coaches really already saw what they had to see. So,
but were you still glad for that just couple days of experience that you did get out there? Like, was that worth it to be away from training? What you got out of it, you think?
Definitely. I feel like I built some relationship with a lot of coaches up there, from all different teams, and they got to see me in person and go through drills, see how I take coaching, and just how I apply it to the game. And I feel like that was the biggest thing.
So, what's this next step? We're gonna try and figure out what we need for episode 4 coming up. You got the combine.
Yes, sir.
I know you told me you were trying to lose 10 pounds.
Yeah.
How's that? How's that process going?
It's going good. Losing the pounds, okay. I was always the type of guy who couldn't gain weight. Now it's hard for me to lose it. So because I eat so much, but it's all good. It's feeling out good though, so that's all that matters. But I'm about to probably slim down, get back to like 193, 194.
Okay. Are the times reflecting that?
Yes.
Okay.
So.
All right. Well, all right. So this was not what we had planned, but we're improvising on the fly. We're going to do the best we can. The journey's not supposed to be smooth, right? Like, there's going to be some bumps in the road.
Always something unexpected.
But maybe the next one will go a little bit smoother. We're going to be following along, as always, on Dream Chaser with Cam Brown. We appreciate his insight, and we're going to be back together soon. This isn't the fun way to do it. We're going to figure out the best way forward in Florida and Indianapolis and St. Louis and every other spot in between in the months ahead. But that is the update. Anything else anybody needs to know about where you are right now in February, Cam?
Fast. I say that. 40 is going to be fast.
The 40 is going to be fast. All right, that's a guarantee. That's Cam Brown. I'm Austin Ward. This has been Dream Chaser Episode 3. Stay with us for more on the podcast.